Cast iron Wednesday, I'm making dinner. This is smoked bacon. A little bit of oil in my large cast iron skillet. And then to that, we're gonna add ribs. We had ribs for dinner last night. I got one rack left with barbecue sauce, and I am just slicing them up, chopping them up, and I'm gonna add that to the pan with my bacon, and that's gonna be the start of our stew. So I'm just slicing all this delicious meat off of these ribs. I slow cooked these in the oven yesterday at about 275. They went for just over 4 hours. And then I added barbecue sauce, and then we put them in a little bit higher temperature. I think I cranked it up to 375, and then we ate them. And they are delicious.
They're the best ribs I've ever had.
Oh, thank you.
Well, the second best ribs.
Ribs are one of our favorites around here. We don't have them that often because they're usually a little too expensive and they take a long time to prep. But this week, I got 2 racks of ribs for $15.
Which is really good.
Yeah, these are pork ribs, not beef ribs, but still delicioso. Just a little bit of effort to get the meat off the bone. Totally worth it. Oh, try not to cut myself slippery with all the barbecue sauce on them. Bacon is smelling good. It's sounding good.
That's me when I'm trying to peel a kiwi.
Once I get all the meat in the pan, we'll start working on the vegetables. Bone out of there. Look at that big chunk of meat on there. Oh, that's so good. So we had one for dinner last night, off the bone. Whoa, bacon's popping over there. I'm gonna have to go turn it down a little bit, I think.
You want me to do that?
Yes, please, thank you. That'd be a big help.
I did that so quick, I didn't want the juice to pop on.
Do you want to give them a little stir? I just have the wooden spoon right there beside the pan.
I'm very...
Up!
What
Right.
fell out?
Turn that down.
That's what I was scared about.
It's okay. It's just because the oil and the bacon fat is rendering. It's okay. Just a little bit of a stir, and then we're done with that, and it can sit there for a little bit. I just turn the heat down. That is smoked bacon, and that is a bone. Oh, I can just throw that in there as a nice big chunk of meat. All right, this meat cut up here. So our stew is going to have barbecue flavor. We're using Diana's original barbecue sauce. It's a little bit tangier than the rib sauce. We do like our food spicy around here.
We love spice.
We do love the spicy, and we've got a cold in the house, so extra spice is good.
Not too much.
Not too high. You don't want to blow your head off, but I want to get those sinuses running.
What? How does the spice make your nose run?
That's a really good idea. Why don't we watch a YouTube video about that later, and we can learn the science of it. There's one little piece of bone there that I just about missed.
That looks like a bone.
Right there, another one. And these guys have little nibs on the end. Don't want any broken teeth. Alright, there we go. Alright, I'll show you what we got. There we go. It's all my rib meat chopped up, and it's going to go in with the bacon. Alright, there we go. Bacon is coming along. It's got lots of fat in there to render out, so just let that go. It's good in here. Alright, I'm going to add my rib meat to bacon. Have taken out the bacon fat. Put it in the fridge. Always store your bacon fat. It's free and it's delicious. Go. Pork and pork. Make sure my heat down, and I'm going to go get my vegetables ready and get those in there too. Next up, onion. Save all the ends of this, put them in a freezer bag, and then we can use them to make stock. Don't waste your vegetable trimmings. Good free food. Throw them in a bucket, throw them in a Ziploc bag, put them in the freezer. Keep these kind of big. Everybody doesn't want to pick them out. I think most of us around here are good with onions now, but some days onion and garlic are good food when you got a cold in the house. Whoops, I lost a piece of onion. Go, a big onion. Yep. Alright, there's my onions ready to go in my pan. Alright, in with my onions. Alright, next up is carrots. Carrot. Start by peeling them. I usually start at the tip. And then go back to the top. Everybody's got their own way to do it. No, my little peeler, I got that from IKEA probably way before I got married. I love this little thing. Alright, more vegetable trimmings in the trimmings bowl. Cut off the tips. And I'm going to cut them into little medallions. Hand is wet. Dry it off quickly. Dry off my knife. There we go. Slippy knife is a dangerous knife. There we go. And then I think I'm gonna half them. Anyways, nice little pile of them. Just quarter this end is pretty fat. I do not like cooked carrots very much. I like them being smaller. Everybody else likes them. So I usually just cut them up once they're in my bowl. There we go. Carrots going in. Carrots. Alright, we're going to do potatoes. Before we do that, we're going to get this stir. Alright, I'm going to turn this down again. I don't want to burn my meat. Caramelized but not burnt. A little bit of pepper. And potatoes. Alright, next up, potatoes. Let's put these over to the side. This is the last of my open bag of potatoes. I've got 2 brand new bags. I'm gonna have to bust into one of them. I'm gonna make these a little bit thicker than the carrots, but not too much bigger. Just kind of want them to be bite size, fork size. Wash these. Always wash your vegetables in this day of vegetable recall. It's okay if they're not exactly the same size. You kind of want them uniform because of that way they cook at the same speed. Everything will be done around the same time. I'm going to get this started on the stove and then it's going to go in the oven and it's going to roast. I'm going to add broth and now it's going to cook the potatoes, carrots, and all the vegetables. Alright, there we go. I'm going to go in with this. Alright, potatoes are going in. I don't want to put in too many and overfill my pot. It's pretty good. It's pretty meaty. I think we'll do maybe a couple more. Oh, alright, a little handful. Small potatoes. I might just quarter these guys. Alright, there we go. Put those in. Alright, in with the rest of the potatoes. There we go. It smells so good in here already. Potatoes, meat, onions, carrots. Give it a good stir around. Bacon, ribs. Oh yeah, that's gonna be delicious. All right, let's see what else we're gonna put in here. All right, I got leftover broccoli from dinner last night. I have a bag of frozen chopped up celery. Chop up this broccoli. And I might go grab another bag from the freezer. Broccoli was on sale at the grocery store the last couple weeks, so I bought extra, chopped it up, threw it in the freezer. There we go. Alright, back over to the pan. Alright, broccoli. Boom. Celery. And I'm going to add in poultry seasoning. These are fresh herbs. I just put them in the freezer. There's rosemary, thyme, parsley, and sage in here. I'm just going to take this and I guess we'll do maybe one at a time. Just get our rosemary off of there. It is nice if you chop it up. Dried is great too. This has been in there for a while. I want to use it up. I think I might have used all my time already. I did. Alright, let's put some parsley in here. Go. And then I'm going to get some thyme. Time. There we go. Just get these buds off here. Just give them a little tug. Oh, it smells really good. Alright, let's go back in the freezer. And then I'm going to do another stir. That's one full pan. I hope that broccoli didn't get chopped. Someone's going to get a bonus. Bonus broccoli. There we go. All right, let's get some beef stock in there. Get it in the oven. I almost forgot the garlic. I'm going to put in a nice heaping teaspoon. And then we'll work on our broth. My kettle is bubbling. All right, I'm using beef bouillon because that's what I have. I have this can to use up. It's a little bit hard in there. That's fine. I'm going to add boiling water to this. It's got already seasonings, herbs, garlic, and barbecue sauce, so that should be just fine. All right, I'm going to add boiling water. There we go. Just enough to almost cover it. It's going to be a braise, basically. Make a stew. There we go. I have my oven on to 325. I'm going to throw that in there for 45 minutes, an hour. And then we'll come back and check it. I'm debating adding more barbecue sauce, but I think we'll leave that until later in the cooking, and then we can decide. There we go. I did not add any salt, so we'll salt to taste after it's cooked. We're trying to go a little more low sodium around here, and we did have Spam. Well, I had Spam today, so I'm extra conscious of it. There we go. All right. Stew ready for the oven. I'll show you when it comes out. Four. Right, it's been in for about an hour. Potatoes are still a little bit firm, so I am turning the temperature up. We're going to put them back in for another 20 minutes, and then we will check on it again. Alright, this is almost perfect. Potatoes, fork tender. Now, what I want to do is make a bit of a gravy, and I have a little bit of bistro gravy. It's chicken, but that's okay. I only have a little bit left, so I'm just gonna put that in there. Stir it around. And I think we're gonna add some more barbecue sauce to this. Oh, it looks so good. It smells delicious. There we go. All right. Now, one last thing. Some more barbecue sauce. These guys were on sale 2 for $5 last week at our grocery store. I'm gonna put too much on, just a little bit. There we go. Then everyone can add hot sauce, Salt as they want. There we go. Ready to be put in a bowl. All served up, ready to eat. A little bit of sriracha on there. It smells delicious.